Matthew McKeegan's on here now, guys, and he is the Irish under 105 kilo deadlift holder at 381 kilo. He's a personal trainer. He is a gym owner and father. So this man has many titles to his name. Matthew, give us a wee introduction to yourself and how you got into the fitness industry, and sort of give a wee bit of background of how far you've come, because you're only like 26 here.
Yeah. Well, when I was really young, I was always involved in sports through school. Like, sports, just always had a sporting background. That's all I really cared about at school, was like football, cricket. Played. No one ever believes this. I was on a podcast before and talked about this, playing badminton for Ulster and Ireland and stuff, and everyone always laughs because the way I am now, they can't imagine me playing badminton. But I was always just I was always just half decent at sports when I was younger, and then I just progressed from there through football and stuff. And then I got a bit of a bad injury when I was like 16, 17 playing football, so I couldn't really play at a high standard anymore. And then one of my mates took me to the gym one day, Extreme Gym, where I trained in most of my life, and his uncle was a bodybuilder in there, a really good one. And like from the first day in the gym, I just fell in love with training, like weight training, bodybuilding and stuff. And seeing the pictures, all them guys in the wall, seeing all the guys beating about, they were massive and lifting all these huge weights and stuff. Yeah. It was just like, oh, that's what I want to do. And it was just that from there. And then when I was like 18, I think I did my personal training course, but I never really pursued it. I didn't know at 18 if I even had an interest in doing it. Yeah. But it was just one of those things to do, and I done it. And then started PTing sort of when I was 21 or 22 in the mornings before work. I worked in insurance 9 to 5. So I took a few clients on in the mornings, and then the company I work for got sold, and we all got offered like voluntary redundancies and stuff. And I just says, you know what, I've got to give this a go here. And then I haven't looked back since 5 years later, and I have my own gym and all now. So
excellent, man. I suppose that was a good time for you to kind of learn and develop between that 18 to 21, and learn yourself instead of just going under the deep end, not having any sort of experience. But you've been bodybuilding there. I think it was it 5 years you said in your before you went into the Strongman?
4 or 5 years. About 5 years I was doing bodybuilding now.
And what did you think of the competitions and stuff, and the whole diet and the actual training leading up to it? And
at the time when I was in that mindset, like, I'm the sort of person, if I'm doing something, that'll be very obsessive over it. So it's even like, if I was to stop doing Strongman and do, I don't know, anything else at all, if I'm good at something and I want to focus on it, that'll just be all I care about. So at the time, I loved it, and it was my life. And looking back, at the time, I understand how hard it was and how much sacrifice was involved, because bodybuilding, it affects your life outside of bodybuilding so much, like your work, your family, your kids, even your social life, because it's like a 24/7 thing, training, cardio, and the diet and stuff. To be honest, competition day it's a pretty grim day. Like, it's not I'll be on stage, isn't it? It's okay, like, if you enjoy performing, but it's not that fun, because you've cut water, you're starving, and it's just, I don't know, man. It's just one of those. You're on stage, and a wee pair of fucking posing trunks getting judged by these 6 people. Yeah. So looking back now, I sort of had mixed emotions about doing it. I don't know if it's something I'd ever do again. I loved it at the time. I love the training, and I enjoy watching. It's fascinating watching your body change. Like, coaching people now. I don't really do bodybuilding coaching anymore, but watching someone's body start, say, from like week 1 to the actual where they progress to get on stage, it's pretty mad to know what your body can do and is capable of doing. Like,
yes. And so it was a kind of, you were in love with the sport there at the time, but then the kind of it's the hard work, it's that prep, everything, you kind of fell out of it. And did you find that you needed something new, like Strongman, to regain that interest and stuff?
I don't think I'd even say like I fell out of love with it. It was more so when I started having kids. I had a few kids, and then obviously a partner. And that's what I mean about like outside of bodybuilding. Then, like, you can't take the kids to the cinema for ice cream. You and your missus can't go for a movie. Like, you can't do anything. And then I think I started doing Strongman alongside bodybuilding, and I did a competition that. The guy that runs the shows for bodybuilding in Northern Ireland is the guy that runs the Strongman Federation as well for Giants Live, Dave Warner. Yes. So I was down in his gym training. I always did a bit of strongman style training for the cardio for bodybuilding. Nothing ever mental heavy like. I just remember being in his gym one day and he seen me deadlifting 300 kilos, and he was like, "Fuck, that's pretty heavy, like for your body weight. Would you never consider doing strongman?" I was like, "No, no way, Dave. I wouldn't be strong enough to do strongman." And he's all, "Trust me, there's not many people your age lifting that weight."
Yes.
And he mentioned the competition that was in Galway like 2 weeks after that. He was all, "The beginners competition in Galway. Why don't you give it a go?"
Yes.
And I was like, "Fuck, whatever, okay." So Dave literally spent 2 hours with me one day before the competition. Took me through the events quickly, so I barely even had a clue what I was doing. But I went down to this competition and I won it. And then I did really well at a deadlift competition a few months later. And I was like, "Fuck, I'm not too bad at this." And then that same year, I went to Scotland for a bodybuilding competition. And it was the last time I competed. I think was it the last time or one of the last times. And it was at one of them preps where I like really for 6 months I suffered like really badly. I was so dedicated to training, the diet, and everything. It was just everything was 100%. And I landed over to Scotland, and there was 5 or 6 absolute freaks in extra in my category. It was my first time, but in the men's category, once you turn 23, you step out of the junior category and into like the heavyweights, or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
I looked really well. It was the best I ever looked. And I went over to Scotland. As I say, I went backstage. There's 5 absolute freaks in my category. And I just stood there and I was like, "Fucking, my day's over right here. And I'm not even on stage yet." It's one. And I was just sort of like sickening and sort of heartbreaking. No, I didn't take it badly. Like the guys look better. That's fair enough. But it was just like, that's 6 months of my life I've just wasted. And there's nothing I can do today to be better. Like,
Yes.
and I think then it was just like, we're strongman. It doesn't really matter who shows up on the day, or if someone can have a bad day, someone could get injured. You can make a stupid mistake. There's always favourites that's better than others, but there's anything can happen. Like, and you can really, it's a performance sport, so things can happen that don't happen in a bodybuilding stage.
I think I was back in 2017 that you had that junior competition, and that was your first one with. Wasn't that right? Whether we back there, Aspires 2007.
2017 was with me. I won the juniors. Yeah, I won the juniors. Went to British finals. And then stepped up on the Mr. categories. And when I was here in Northern Ireland, the guy did the Mr. categories as well as being a junior, because it was always just so it was half decent enough to stand beside bigger fellas. I always came like second or third here, but when you go over to England or Scotland, or the standard is just so much higher because there's more people doing it. Like, why it was just insane. Like, and it wasn't the fact that I didn't like getting beat. It was just the fact because if someone beats you, they beat you, and that's fair enough. The guys just look better, but it was just like, you've done all this for 6 months. You've literally dedicated your entire life to something. You still come dead last. That sort of thing.
Yes, and as I say, well, the strongman, as you said, it's a competition that's based on performance, and you may have a stronger event, say such as the deadlift, or the Atlas stones, or whatever the case may be, and it's an even playing field. Then you're playing with margins and other people's.
For example, this year, like the 105 kg, the under 105 Irelands. I would have no qualms about saying I'm one of the best 105 kilo competitors in the whole country.
Yes.
And another guy, Robert. And then this year, the 105s, I ended up coming 5th because there was an event I had trained and did really well in training. And I just made a mistake that day. It was Colin's wheels. So it's basically like a big bar you carry and have to carry it in a full circle.
Yeah.
There's like 300 kilos attached to it. I can't remember what it was. But in training 2 weeks before, I had done 2 full rotations with the wheel. And someone that day had said to me, "All you need to do here is do 1.5 rotations to come like 3rd." Well, I thought this is 1.5. It was 2.5. But after 1.5 rotations, I just dropped the thing. And then my trainer partner, were, "What the fuck are you doing?" I was all, what do you mean? I was all, "That's all you said." And he says, "No, you do 2." So I ended up coming dead last in that event. And that cost me like the full day then. Because it was trying to catch up all day then. To take the other events, I won the deadlift, came like 3rd in the axle press, came 2nd in farmers, and we drew 3rd on the keg toss. So I still finished top 3 in every event, but because I came last in that one event, it cost me the whole competition. Like, and there's like between 5th and 1st that day, there was like 3 points separating everybody. So it was mental. Like, it was
nightmare.
So that's the way strongman can work. But I don't mind that. That's fair.
It's a learning experience.
I went to Scotland this year. The first time I competed in the heavyweight division in Scotland, strongman properly. But there's no way usually does someone my weight beat all the bigger guys, and I went to Scotland this year and just had an amazing day. I didn't make one mistake, and I ended up winning the whole competition. I went over thinking I was just going to go for a bit of crack.
Yes.
I ended up winning the whole thing. So it's one of those things, man. Anything can literally happen. Like.
Yeah, that's it, man. And what is your favorite strongman event? What would you say is your favorite? Not maybe your best, but your favorite. What do you?
I love the deadlift. I'm best at deadlift. I love the deadlift. Just, even when I was bodybuilding, I always like geez, I was only training when I was like 18, about 4 or 5 months, and I was at the deadlift 5 plates a side, so 220 kilos. It was just one of those things. It was just pretty strong from straight away.
Yeah.
There's loads of stuff I like. I enjoy doing stones. I enjoy the log. There's one. I enjoy them all. There's one or two I don't really like doing because they're just so.
What's
just shite.
What are they?
Like the yoke, so the super yoke. So that's the piece of equipment you carry on your back.
Yes.
When that's around like 300 or 320, that's not too bad.
I've seen that on Instagram the other day. You were doing not too bad. 300 something kilos on
so
it.
I can move pretty quick with that. But see, then once it goes, like Britain's strongest man this year, the yoke was 380. And oh my god, I can't even describe what that feels like on your back.
That's not what you did the other day, though. Did you know it was a 320?
And then like Ireland's strongest man, the way at the start of the year, like the open category, the one that was on TV last weekend, the yoke was 450, and that was just mental. Like, it's just
even
insane.
Get that off the ground.
No, it's nuts. Like, but when you step on the open category, those guys are obviously, some of them guys are 140, 150 kilos, so it's not as bad for them.
Yes.
It's hard to make them, so I'm only 105 kilos, so I'm so light compared to those guys.
Yeah.
So events like that, weight moves weight. The heavier you are, the more it benefits you. But again, being heavier, it will hold you back in other events. So
yes. So what's your thought process then on, and that way, would you see yourself putting on more weight to help you compete and be more competitive, or what way do you see yourself going with your training and diet and stuff?
So I'd say, well, I'll see how next year goes. But once I won Ireland's strongest man under 105 and deadlift 400 kilos at 105, I plan to move up into the open category then. But again, I'm quite athletic, so those sort of events like sandbag medleys and stuff, and anything moving suits me quite well because I'm so agile for the size of them. And then like events for reps. So if you have like a deadlift for reps in 60 seconds, there's massive cardio involved in that as well.
Yes.
Once I step up in the open category, I'll probably only go to like 120 to 130 kilos, and even that's mental. Like,
yeah.
But you have to be heavy to compete. Like, my goal is to be Ireland's, like the overall Ireland's strongest man one day and get the world's strongest man. So eventually, if not next year, the year after, I'll put a bit of weight on and try and compete with the bigger guys.
Who would you ask for advice on that? Would you go around and turn around to somebody like Glenn Ross and sort of say, hey, can you give me a hand? Or who would you use to help you to get there? Or would you use somebody like Dave Warner or somewhere like that to get that extra bit of advice?
For the last year, Peter Bremner, who's the Irish deadlift record. And then when I was in Scotland, Benny Magnuson, who was argued to be the best deadlifter ever and one of the best strongmen ever. He currently coaches me now at the minute. So I have a coach who controls all that. So it was him that said to me that like a few weeks ago about moving up to the open category and trying to deadlift 400 with a bit of weight on and then come back down, because doing what we do is hard anyway, but having to cut a few kilos before competitions just makes it even harder again. So, but even at that, I don't do this for money, but eventually I would like to be a professional strongman and have it as a full-time career. So unless you're on the open category, them's the guys that's on TV and them's the guys that won the money and won big titles. So people don't really care about the weight categories. Even though, to be fair, like the people in my category in the under 90s and stuff are probably they are pound for pound we're stronger.
Yes.
But again, nobody cares about that. People only care about seeing massive weights being lifted.
Yeah.
So.
And it is strange. Again, when you talk about performance, you want to think about pound for pound, but as you say, it doesn't really flipping matter at the end of the day.
Nobody appreciates that unless they're involved in the sport. But Eddie Hall was on Instagram the other day, and he was talking about this, and he was saying he'd love to see some sort of thing to come out to recognise people, because there's like the guy I train with, Mark. He's got the world record for under 80. His world record's 321 kilos. It's 79 kilos. So that's, like, I think pound for pound at the moment, I think that's the biggest deadlift ever in the world ever as a male. I think so. I could be wrong, but like, if you compare it to Eddie Hall's 500 kilos, it's still 500 kilos, but it's mental. It's fucking mental.
It's insane. Mark Burke, I've trained with him too, man. He's a unit. He's a unit.
He is strong. He is strong. Hey.
And civilized too. He's a nice chap, like nice fella to talk to. would you ever train with him or anything, or
Me and Mark train together every Saturday.
is that
So
up
we
with
do.
you, or do you go to Strongman or what?
We used to go up to Strabane, but since I opened my own place, so he comes down to me on Saturday because literally we've got everything we need in my gym, and then it's closed, like, so it's just me and him, and there's literally anything to think about strongman pretty much is in my gym at the minute, so we've got everything at our disposal to use. So
Brilliant. So let me ask you this: so you opened up your own gym. Was that the reason? Was it the reason for because there wasn't anything like that in the town or in the city, or what was your reason for pursuing that?
I was at aspirations of having my own place, and then obviously I worked Extreme for years, which is a bodybuilding style gym, and that's what I done, so it suited me perfectly. But then as time has went on, and like I developed as a coach and a personal trainer, I realized you can't train everybody that comes through your diary as a bodybuilder. So you have to sort of open your mind. Even though I was a bodybuilder, I trained all my clients differently, so they all did. I've always been about sort of strength and fitness and conditioning training,
Yes.
and like being healthy and being fit and being strong, rather than just how someone looks after 6 weeks or 10 weeks or whatever.
Yes.
And then an Extreme, like the Extreme's an amazing gym, so I've never had a bad word to say about it, but it's just so limited with space, it's so small. So then when we're trying to take like groups and stuff, if the gym was busy to do the sort of things I was doing with the girls or the fellas or even my own training, you're just so limited with space.
Yeah.
And then just having different things in the gym, like different strongman equipment and stuff. There's a few disagreements about what could be in the gym and what couldn't, so it all happened pretty fast. Then, like 6 weeks ago, just my partner sat down and started looking at units, and I was like, I don't know, I really don't know. I thought it'd be a major investment, like 50, 60 grand, and then we looked into it. It wasn't as bad as I thought initially.
Yes.
And then before I know it, man, in 2 or 3 days, I'd fucking 13 or 14 grand spent in equipment. I didn't even have a unit. And then a week later, we got a unit, and it's just haven't looked back since. Like, so far, so good.
How have you found the process? Has it been stressful in any way, or have you found anything that that's any hurdles that you found hard to overcome, or has it all just kind of been smooth so far?
It's been stressful, like, because like opening the place and building the stuff and all, and then obviously when you're like as a personal trainer for the past few years, I've always just been really busy. I've been lucky. Well, I suppose not lucky. I've just I'm popular and like I get results, so people just always pass through my area. So I never really had to advertise that much. And if I would have had a quiet month or a quiet few weeks, sort of would have just took it in my stride and just used it as a quiet month.
Yes.
Because you're only paying rent the Extreme at the time, whereas now I've got so many overheads, so it's more like there's more stress financially to think like I always have to be on the ball with like Facebook ads and Instagram manager and stuff like that. So I think like my life hasn't changed that much in the sense of what I do as a coach, or like that's so much better. I can do what I want. It's more like the accounting stuff, the finances, and because with numbers and mathematics, that's also new to me. That's just not what I do. So it's managing the business side of things it's challenging. That's all new, but that'll come in time. Like it's one of those things.
That's good, man. Can I ask you a little bit more about your actual training methods? Now, I've been chatting to Mark before, and he's very much into the conjugate method. Do you use sort of similar techniques, or what's your techniques that you would use?
Well, see, coming from like a bodybuilding background, it took me a long time to try and adapt to like different powerlifting methods.
Yes.
Strong methods, like different stages of periodization. So it literally just depends on what event I'll be training and what way I'll work it. So it'll all just focus on progressive overload, obviously, but you depend on. Let's say, for example, my deadlift. There's only so long I can go on every week and max out my deadlift and try and beat 381. What I'll usually do for people, myself or clients, is look at their movements and break them down. So I'll use a deadlift, for example. So say, for example, you signed up with me this evening and you said, right, Matthew, I can deadlift 300 a minute. I want to deadlift 340, come whenever. So I'll say, okay, show me a video of your max deadlift. We'll break the actual movement down. Rather than starting off and looking at a program of reps or sets or whatever, and I'll look, right, okay, so let's say the bar moves really fast to this man's knee, above the knee, then the movement slows down, or the opposite is slow above the knee, or slow off the floor and fast above the knee. So we'll look at the actual movement itself and say, okay, so you're weak from the floor, strong above the knee. So we'll focus on like a 4-week period of doing block pulls, and then another 4-week period of doing like reverse band work, just to overload that certain part of the movement, if that makes sense. And then we'll run like an 8 or 12-week block on things like that. And then by the end of that, if you obviously go on every week and start off with your block pull, and you block pull this number. End of week 4, you block pull that number. Couple that up with the next 4 weeks, and then come down to that, you should have a new PB off the floor then. Same with like the log. It'll just be progressive overloading. But with the log, usually if someone, like the log can be broken down as much as a deadlift, so you'll just look at different rep ranges and stuff. Overloading. I like the overloading reps instead of working towards heavy maxes. And then I get someone close to a max, you might do like 5 sets of one with like a 90-second break in between, just to get them used to that weight.
Yes.
Sets of doubles, sets of triples, sets of 5. Usually start off usually like a pyramid style. Usually start off say like at 75% or 70%, and you're working up sets of 5. You'll add 5% every week. Eventually that'll become a set of 3. Eventually that'll become a set of 2. But the way that works, within an 8-week period, your set of 2 you should be close to what your last 1 rep max was. It just keeps going that way. So it's very person dependent. I think a lot of powerlifting programs, if loads of guys sell like one-off plans for deadlifts or squats, it'll like I won't sell a deadlift program or a strongman program. It'll be specific to the person's, because the way I deadlift, or the way he squats, the way she does a log is going to be so different. So it's all about, for me, it's breaking down what that person does. So I need to see what they do, break down the movement, and we'll just take it from there basically.
Yes. That's good, man. Do you use a lot of video then for your online coaching clients and stuff? Like, they need to send you that video to actually?
Yeah. So obviously, if there's a movement someone's just good at, so it just wants to be improved. But obviously, online coaching, all I can look at every week is someone's logbook. So all I see is numbers. So that can be misinterpreted as a good week or a bad week sometimes.
Yes.
So all my clients send me videos down to a week, or just every few days when they do their sections. Sometimes they don't need to, but if there's an issue that comes to hand, they say there's something they're struggling with, I'll say, okay, take a video and we'll look at the movement, break it down. And it could be something so stupid, like the squat, the way someone's knees are positioned to their ankles, or like the impingement of their hips. Where they're hinged or something like that. Could be something so simple that they might not notice, but I might see in a video. The same for me as well. Like when I first started coaching with Peter, like the first day I deadlifted with Peter, he noticed like 3 or 4 different things that just changed, the tiniest things that changed my deadlift so much. So but videos play a massive part in coaching for me personally. Anyway, there's tons of ways of coaching. I know there's guys who get success while doing it my way, but I'm just very specific to the person. Like I'm so. It's like OCD. Everything has to be perfect for that one person.
That's good.
If I have 10 strongman clients, nobody's program it will be even be close to being the same. Like.
Yes. Cool. Will you be doing any demos or anything down at the expo now later on in November?
Jason had said that to me, but the expo's on the 20th, and I fly out to India on the 27th to compete at the World Championship. So
right.
I'll not be able to do any lifting, unfortunately.
That's okay. That's all good, bro. That's good. Look, it was nice to get you Andy and get a little bit of a more in-depth input into your background and everything. So I look forward to getting to meet up with you face-to-face down at the expo and interviewing there again. So have you anything else to add, or you want to?
No, that was good. I'm looking forward to getting down to the expo, because it's the first time something like that's been close by, as far as I know. So it'll be interesting. Hopefully we get a good crowd. It'll be a good day. So it's good. It's good, obviously, within the fitness industry, to sort of network with people of similar backgrounds or different backgrounds, because I think sometimes there's a stigma online from personal trainers and people involved in sports, and it's like very negative. So I like going to these places and meeting people and networking and getting to know them and learning from other people. You can always learn something from someone you don't know. And I think social media is amazing, but sometimes social media, the way you portray someone on social media can be very false, because it might come across different on social media. But like I know when people first meet me, because I come across as ignorant and scary looking, it's just because I'm really quiet. I'm quite quiet and shy, but just the way I look, it's just so people, when they meet me, then they're quite friendly.
Yes.
So it's I like them even like that sort of not judging people. I'd be the same. Like there's people I see on social media, and everyone does it. Everyone automatically judges people. That's just what you do. And I think the more time went on and meeting people and doing these things, you learn not to do that.
Yeah. Well, fine. Just to finish off, would you be able to tell people where they can sort of find you, what social media platforms and stuff you're using? And so if they wanted online training, where they go and stuff?
Yeah, so Instagram's at MKFitness93. Facebook's the same, MK Fitness. And then the unit's down in Skeg Industrial Estate, so Unit 42 in the Northwest Business Park. And you'll see the big MK Strength and Fitness signs. You can't miss it. But I usually use Instagram the most. A lot of stuff gets missed on Facebook. So MK Fitness 93 on Instagram. That's where I would upload most of my content there.
Awesome, buddy. I really appreciate your taking the time to have a chat with me, man, and hopefully enjoy the rest of your day. All right.
No problem. I'll chat to you soon.
Good
Cheers so
man,
much.
buddy. Thank you. Hey, cheers.
Bye.